The albino alien dragon was silent until it saw a human girl crying for help in the neon-lit valleys of planet Virilia, where the skies shimmer with cascading auroras and the mountains pulse with bioluminescent veins. Very few dared to venture after nightfall. The legend spoke of the albino dragon, a creature so rare that it had become the stuff of myth among human colonists. Some claimed it could vanish into thin air. Others whispered that its silence hid a mind so sharp it could read thoughts. But no one alive had ever encountered it, until Leora. Leora was a 12-year-old girl with hair like liquid copper and eyes that mirrored the amber glow of Aurelia's twin moons. Her parents, researchers stationed on the colony's outermost ridge, often reminded her that the wilds were dangerous. The forests breathe at night, her father had once said, and sometimes they take notice of the living. Leora had nodded dutifully, though her curiosity was far stronger than her caution. The night had begun like any other, with the wind whispering through the crystalline trees and the distant hum of energy turbines vibrating through the valley. Leora had wandered farther than usual, chasing the soft, phosphorescent glow of a rare moonflower she had read about in her father's journals. The flower was said to bloom only under the light of Aurelia's moons when the auroras aligned in a perfect arc, and Leora's fascination had driven her deep into the untamed forest. She found the flower radiant and delicate, its petals shimmering like liquid ice. But the triumph was short-lived. A sudden quake rattled the forest floor. Branches snapped, and a fissure opened near the base of a rocky outcrop. Leora stumbled, her foot catching on a root, and she tumbled into the darkness below. Pain shot through her ankle, and a sharp rock had cut her arm. Alone, trapped, and frightened, she tried to call for help, but her voice seemed to vanish into the thick, glowing mist. And then she heard it. A soundless presence, immense and impossible to ignore, moved above her. Leora's heart pounded. She lifted her tear-streaked face and froze. There, perched on a ridge high above, was the albino dragon. Its scales were pure white, reflecting the aurora's colors like fractured glass. Its wings, vast as canyon walls, folded neatly against its body. Its eyes, pale blue and luminous, regarded her with an intelligence that felt almost human. For a moment, it was utterly silent. Not a growl, not a hiss, not even a whisper. Just the quiet gaze of something ancient, observing. I'm stuck, Leora whispered, her voice trembling. Please, help me. The dragon's head tilted, a gesture that seemed deliberate, almost curious. Then, slowly, it spread its wings, and without a sound, it descended into the fissure, careful not to startle her further. Leora, though terrified, sensed that this creature meant no harm. She took a shaky step toward it, and the dragon lowered its massive, ghostly head until their eyes met. Then, with a grace that belied its size, the dragon extended one claw toward her. Leora grasped it, and with surprising gentleness, the dragon lifted her from the depths of the fissure and set her on a secure ledge. She gasped, overwhelmed, as the reality of the moment settled in. She was alive, and it had saved her. The dragon did not speak, but somehow, in the silence, Leora felt a connection. She saw the loneliness behind its ancient eyes, the weight of centuries spent in solitude. Her fear melted into wonder. "Thank you," she whispered. I won't forget this." For days after, Leora could not stop thinking about the albino dragon. She told no one her encounter. Adults often dismissed tales of the dragon as superstition, and the other children laughed at the notion. But Leora knew what she had seen. Weeks passed, and life returned to its routine. Yet something had changed in her. She began exploring the forest not out of curiosity, but out of a sense of responsibility. She left small gifts, shiny stones, moonflowers, and berries, tokens of gratitude she felt might reach the dragon. Then one night it returned. It approached silently, a specter among the phosphorescent flora. But this time, it did not just watch. It nudged the gifts she had left, nudging them into a small clearing where she could reach them. Leora felt a thrill of recognition and relief. The dragon remembered her. It understood her gratitude. Over the following months, their bond deepened. The dragon taught her ways to navigate the forest safely, its silent presence guiding her. It was during one of these excursions that Leora discovered a hidden valley, a place untouched by human colonists, where rivers glowed with bioluminescent plankton and trees twisted into impossible shapes. There, she realized the dragon was not just a creature of legend. It was a guardian, a remnant of a time when Virilia had been wild, untainted by human hands. But the peace was not to last. A mining expedition, led by a greedy corporate consortium, had set its sights on the valley. They sought the rare minerals beneath the glowing trees, heedless of the delicate ecosystem or the dragon that resided there. Leora knew she had to act. She could not let them destroy the valley or harm the dragon she had come to love. With courage born of desperation, Leora devised a plan. She led the dragon to a vantage point overlooking the mining camp. Using reflective crystals in the aurora's light, they created illusions of multiple dragons, ghostly specters that seemed to emerge from every angle. The miners panicked. Machines faltered. Alarms rang. And in the confusion, the dragon swooped silently, a living phantom, sending the intruders fleeing into the night. The victory was bittersweet. Leora knew the humans might return, but she had proven that the bond between species could alter the course of fate. The dragon, once silent, had found companion in her, and she, once alone, had discovered courage she never knew she possessed. Years passed, and Leora grew into a young woman, a natural protector of the valley. She chronicled her adventures, carefully documenting the ecosystem and the dragon's behaviors, hoping to one day educate others about coexistence rather than conquest. The albino dragon, now a constant presence, became a symbol of hope, a reminder that even the rarest, most silent beings could change the world when seen with understanding and respect. One evening, as the twin moons rose and the auroras painted the sky in waves of violet and green, Leora stood beside the dragon, her hand resting on its smooth, cold scales. It lowered its head, nudging her gently, and in that moment she understood some bonds required no words. Some heroes spoke in silence, their courage visible only to those who dare to see beyond fear. And as the wind whispered through the crystalline trees, carried with the faint hum of distant stars, Leora realized that she had never been alone. Not for a moment. The albino alien dragon, silent yet powerful, had chosen her, and together, they would protect the wild, luminous heart of Aurelia, a testament to trust, courage, and the extraordinary bond between human and alien.